I'm going to be talking about how the quality and diversity in St. Tylo's. And personally, do you feel like St. Tylo's is a diverse school with many children with different beliefs, sexualities, etc.?
I mean, I think we are diverse to some extent. I mean, if I look at forms, as the years have been increasing, we've sort of getting a lot more variety of different people out there. So yeah, I do actually think it's quite diverse. We've got loads of Muslims, Christians, Jews, yeah.
Okay. Do you think people exercise their faith here, like willingly, or does the school promote this so then our school does become equal and diverse, or do you think people just come to school and do what they want?
I think to some extent, some people do exercise their faith. I mean, I'll take Muslims for an example. I mean, I know loads of Muslims that do actually openly go and pray. So they use the chapel, they use the conference room openly to go pray. So they're not afraid of openly practicing their faith there. I think the school tries to make aware of it, but I think it should put a bit more of an effort into it, just saying there are different religions out there. You're all free to do this in our school. I think it just needs to be promoted that a little bit more.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so recently through social medias there's been this letter targeting Muslims saying that you should hurt them and you gain points if you do so. And do you think people should take part actively discriminating towards followers of Islam?
No, that letter I think is just pathetic really. It's just people that don't understand the concept of Islam, I guess, and they just sort of in my opinion, I think they're afraid and they just want to they're scared, so they just want to hurt people because they're scared and they don't really understand what's happening. It's just ignorance really. I think they just need to, if you're willing to understand, if you're willing to put yourself out there and be an open-minded person against all sorts of religions, not even just Islam, if you're willing to go out there and understand the concept of it, then you're not going to be getting all this thoughts in your head. You're not going to be thinking all Muslims are terrorists if you sit there and actually go through not even half an hour, just look through religion and see what it's about. You won't be thinking they're all terrorists then.
But that is true. In this letter, I have the letter right here.
Yeah.
It talks about people as sheep, and they follow a society, and the way to break this chain of order is by hurting Muslims. Do you think people are sheep?
I think we are actually. I think we do, because you know what? In this way society is, everyone just follows what the other person's doing. If one person comes out with something, they think, oh, I should be doing that too, and they just immediately go following after them. I mean, that doesn't go for everyone, but there's there's a large population of people that just go by what others say, and they just sort of, like sheep, they kind of just follow after. So I think to some extent that is true, but we need to sort of come away from that. People need to start voicing out their own opinions rather than just following someone else's, just thinking because they're right.
Thank you. Now I'll go on to another topic to do with equality and diversity. Okay. What is your view on people being discriminated depending on their skin tone?
I think it's wrong. I mean, we've all got the same colour blood. We're all exactly the same. Just because you're a different colour does not mean that you get to be, put down or discriminated. Black's the same as white's the same as black's. It doesn't matter. You're all exactly the same people. You've all got the same everyone's got their own different personality, but you're all human in the end. No one's harming each other. Just because your skin colour is different doesn't mean that, you get a chance to say, oh, they're different, go away.
That is really true. This might be a personal question depending on the person, but have you ever witnessed discrimination here or in your lifetime?
I haven't. I mean, I'm lucky to never have actually experienced discrimination towards me, but I know several people that have. So not even just the skin color. So I've got my sister in the younger years. So her friends been discriminated quite a lot because of her skin color. I know she was attacked on a bus once by some guy who threatened. He had sellotape basically, and he sort of tried taping her neck to the back of the seat on the bus, and that was purely because of the fact that she was black. And that just doesn't add up. Why would you do that? And I mean, I've never experienced it, but I have seen people that have undergone discrimination like that.
Yeah, and discrimination and racism is such a big thing
Yeah.
in society nowadays. But how do you think St. Tylo's could, make that a less of a problem? Try and cut it down here and make life better for students in St. Tylo's.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously they have their show racism, the red card days, and all of that. And I think that is really good because you put out awareness. But I think maybe have like so during like PSE lessons and those kind of things, just introduce more about equality and diversity things into the PSE lessons at least, or have like just a 1 hour in the whole 2 weeks you have just to just talk about equality and diversity and just explain how we're all exactly the same. I mean, they do it in assemblies and that quite a lot, but I think it's just put that out there a little bit more. Have like, I don't know, like some groups or something where you can just go have a chat, talk about openly about anything, just try put things out there that can minimize the like fear, I guess, because I'm sure there's loads of like children in our school that don't really understand like concept of equality and diversity at all. Like maybe they haven't been around that area to sort of. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get
Do you know
it.
what I mean? Like if you're in a primary school that's mainly, so say if you're in a primary school that's just mainly whites, and then you've never been really around other people, when you come into like something like a big high school like this and you see all these different religions and different people, you're not gonna understand what it is. So I think when year sevens actually start coming up, just sort of introduce that a bit more.
Okay. My last topic to do with this is what does having pride for your sexuality mean to you? Like the word sexuality. What does that mean to you?
I think it means you're proud to be who you are. So yeah, you're just proud to be who you are. You're proud to embrace who you are and what who you like, that kind of thing. So like. So I guess like when you get like gays, lesbians, all of them, they shouldn't be afraid to be embracing sexuality because it is who they are. It is who you are. You can't change that. You can't change the way you are. You can't change who you love. And it's just, I think everyone should just be openly able to accept that because they're still a person in the end. And I think being proud of your sexuality.
Yeah.
I think that just means not so much the sexuality you were born with, but proud of the sexuality that you you have in your. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, in you.
in you, yeah. Like just because it doesn't matter like what you've been born with, because in the end that's just what you were given. What you actually think is just your sexuality, and you should be proud to think of that. Like that is your sexuality, yeah.
Do you think St. Tylo's embrace people who are lesbian, bisexual, gay, trans, etc.?
I do think they're trying to. I mean, I think they're trying to. I mean, it's definitely come up in more than when I did start in year 7. I mean, we had LGBTQ day.
Yeah, Pride Week.
Yeah, we had Pride Week. And I think that I don't think we've ever had a Pride Week before. I mean, the whole time I've been at St. Tylo's, that was the first time ever we've actually had, a big day to sort of embrace everyone. So I think the school is definitely getting there. I mean, there's still a long way to go, but just even having the Pride Day, that shows like they're aware and they're trying to make everyone feel comfortable.
Cool. So just to sum everything up, because we're coming to the end, is St. Tylo's a decent school?
I mean, not gonna lie, I don't mind the school. I mean, it's a decent school. They try their best, and it is what it is. Yeah, they try their best, and they they get everyone to try and understand that you have differences, and you just gotta accept these differences. I guess it's just a small minority that make up when you get like problems, racism. It's only a small minority of people. The rest of them are just understanding. And I think the teachers are definitely like sympathetic towards everyone. Yeah, I think they're trying.
Thank you for letting me interview you, and I'm honoured that you gave me your honest opinions to these questions.
That's fine.